Messi is the GOAT, scoring 2 goals, getting 2 assists. Everything that he is doing and the matches that has played this season, ridiculous. Also, those 2 goals and 2 assists, catapulting them over New England and putting them first place in my power ranking. You can't go wrong there in week 11 with them. Arongo and crew of the Real Salt Lake team giving the Philadelphia Union their first loss of the season and putting themselves first there in the West. Great week 11, but here we are, match day 12, and we start off with Atlanta United versus Minnesota United. Currently, Atlanta are 1 win, 3 draws, and a loss in their last 5 matches. Minnesota United, 2 wins, a draw, and 2 losses in their last 5 matches. Atlanta are 3-1-1 at home. The last 2 matches they've played at home were terrible, between the Union letting them come back and then losing to Cincinnati 2-1. Minnesota are 3 wins and a loss on the road. As an Atlanta fan, very scared of this one because Minnesota are that good. But bias is sitting in here. I think Atlanta wins this match 2-1 over Minnesota United. Following that match is the match that you all voted for us to do for the watch along, and that is Charlotte FC versus Portland Timbers. Currently, Charlotte are 1 win, 1 draw, and 3 losses in their last 5 matches. This is not the Charlotte that we have seen before those 5 matches. I feel like they started off very hot and now they have really cooled off. Portland, 3 draws and 2 losses in their last 5 matches. They also have been very inconsistent up and down this season. Charlotte, though, 3 wins, a draw, and a loss at home. Portland are 1 win, 2 draws, and 3 losses on the road. The expected goals are very close in this match, 2 to about 1.6 for Charlotte, that 2 for Portland. And I actually think that it's going to kind of end up that way. I think that Portland go on the road here and get the job done and get an important 3 points for them and win this match 2-1 over Charlotte FC. So that takes us to the capital. We have DC United versus Philadelphia Union. Currently, DC 2 wins, a draw, and 2 losses in their last 5 matches. Philadelphia 2 wins, a draw, and 2 losses in their last 5 matches. Currently on a 2 match losing streak. Yes, that was a makeup game on Tuesday with Seattle, but still, that plays a role. And who thought that they would lose back to back like that? And who thought that they would lose to Real Salt Lake at home? Real Salt Lake are really good, and then they lose to Seattle at home. I just don't understand what's going on there these last couple games for them. But DC United, 3 wins, 2 losses at home. Philadelphia, 2 wins, 3 draws on the road. This is going to be a very close game, in my opinion, and so close that I think that Philadelphia go on the road and get a point. And I think that this match ends in a 2-2 draw there at Audi Field. So we go down south. We have Inter Miami versus New York Red Bulls. This is probably one of the matches I'm most excited for this weekend. Inter Miami, 3 wins, a draw, and a loss in their last 5 matches. The Red Bulls, 1 win and 4 draws in their last 5 matches. I am very surprised with how the Red Bulls are playing. I think that they should be doing a little bit better than having 4 draws there. They should have won last weekend, in my opinion, but a stupid red card made it where they got lucky and pulled out a point there at home. This one I'm expecting a lot of goals, even though my expected goals is only 1.8 for Miami to 1.2 there for the Red Bulls. Miami are 3 wins, 2 draws, and a loss there at home. The Red Bulls, 2 wins, 3 draws, and a loss on the road. I think we see 5 goals in this match. This is one of my higher scoring games. I think Inter Miami win this match 3-2 over the Red Bulls. I kind of want to say Messi gets a hat trick, but I'm not going to. I think that he gets at least 1 goal during this match, but 3-2 for Miami there in Miami. Staying there in Florida, we have Orlando City versus FC Cincinnati. Currently, Orlando 2 wins, 2 draws, and a loss in their last 5 matches. Cincinnati 2 wins, a draw, and 2 losses in their last 5 matches. Orlando are 1 win, 2 draws, 2 losses there at home. Cincinnati 3 wins, a draw and a loss on the road, coming off of a win against Colorado, but they did have that big win there in Atlanta, where Orlando are coming off of a loss to Toronto there at Explorer Stadium. So are we going to see that again? Because definitely Cincinnati is a better team than Toronto, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think that FC Cincinnati, though, do get a point there on the road, and I think that this match ends in a 1-1 draw there at Explorer Stadium. Next up, we have San Jose Earthquakes versus LAFC. Currently, San Jose 1 draw and 4 losses in their last 5 matches. That is so sad. LAFC 2 wins, 2 draws, and a loss in their last 5 matches. I think this is going to be a good one, even though Earthquakes are doing poorly, I guess is how you would say it, really poorly. But I think the LAFC go on the road here and win this match 2-1 over the Earthquakes. That leads us into Toronto FC versus FC Dallas. Toronto looking pretty good recently. 3 wins and 2 losses in their last 5 matches, currently on a 3-match winning streak. FC Dallas, though, 1 win, 2 draws, and 2 losses in their last 5 matches. Toronto are looking pretty good at home, 3 wins and a loss there. FC Dallas have not won on the road. They have a draw and 3 losses. My apologies. 3 losses there on the road. The expected goals is very low for both of these teams. Only 1 for Toronto and 0.5 for Dallas. I think that Toronto get it done at home. They've looked good. They are on a good streak these last couple matches. Yes, one of those was in the Canadian Cup, I believe is what it's called. But still, 3-match winning streak is a 3-match winning streak. I think they get the job done 1-0 over FC Dallas. Next up, we have Chicago Fire versus New England Revs. Currently, Chicago 1 win, 2 draws, and 2 losses in their last 5. The Revs 1 win and 4 losses in their last 5 matches, currently on a 4-match losing streak. In this one, currently the Fire in their last 3 matches have not scored. And I think that continues. I don't think they scored in this one. But I also don't think the Revs score in this one. I think we get a 0-0 draw there at Soldier Field. Next up, we have Houston Dynamo versus St. Louis City. I think this is also going to be one of those really good ones for this weekend. Houston currently 2 wins and 3 losses in their last 5. St. Louis 1 win, 3 draws, and a loss in their last 5 matches. Dynamo 2 wins, a draw, and 2 losses at home. St. Louis have not won on the road. 3 draws and a loss. St. Louis is not living up to my expectations this season. I thought that they would do better than what they finished last season. I mean, they had that historic run at the beginning of last season and then kind of went downhill. And it's just been mediocre this season. And maybe that's just like a sophomore year slump, I guess is what you could call it. But I think, again, they go on the road and they get a point. I was surprised that Houston lost to Austin. They also lost to Dallas on the road. I think that Dynamo are going through something right now, and I don't know what it is. But I think that both teams get a point here, and I think this match ends in a 1-1 draw there down in Houston. Next up, we have Nashville versus Montreal. Currently, Nashville 2 draws and 3 losses in their last 5 matches. Montreal 1 win, 2 draws, 2 losses in their last 5 matches. Nashville just have been completely struggling this season. Montreal started off strong and have kind of fallen downhill recently, in my opinion. Nashville have only won 1 match at home, have drawn 4 and then lost 1. Montreal 2 wins, 2 draws, and 3 losses on the road. I hate to say it because I want Nashville to win. Nashville's my second favorite team, and they haven't kept a clean sheet in 10 matches. They haven't won in their last 5 matches, and I think that continues. I think that Montreal go on the road here, and I hate to say this, but they get the 3 points, and they win 2-1 over Nashville there at Geodis Park. That leads us into Real Salt Lake versus Sporting Kansas City. Currently, Real Salt Lake 3 wins and 2 draws in their last 5 matches. Sporting Kansas City, 1 win, 2 draws, 2 losses in their last 5 matches. They've been playing against some really good teams recently. I mean, Minnesota, St. Louis, they drew 3-3. They lost to Miami. They played the Timbers and drew them. Then they beat Toronto. I think this is going to be a good match until the very end. I think Sporting are going to push to try to tie up the match there at the end, but I think that Real Salt Lake score late and they win this one 3-1 over Sporting Kansas City. We head into Canada for Vancouver Whitecaps versus Austin FC. Currently, Vancouver 3 wins, a draw, and a loss in their last 5 matches. Austin 4 wins and a loss in their last 5. Austin are on fire right now. I didn't think that I would be saying that, but they are. They're doing great right now. They are currently in a very good form, but so are the Whitecaps. 3 wins, a draw, and a loss, like I already said. They're looking good. I think that we see this one have a high-scoring match also. 5 goals again, I have to say. And I think the Vancouver win at home. I think that they get the job done late. It's going to be a dramatic finish. I'm going to predict. I don't know. But dramatic finish. Vancouver win 3-2 over Austin. And then our first match there on Sunday, we have NYCFC versus Colorado Rapids. NYCFC have been looking fantastic also. 3 wins, 2 draws in their last 5 matches. Colorado, 3 wins, a draw, and a loss in their last 5 matches. Another match that I'm looking forward to seeing and even watching. I know this is on Sunday, so I will probably watch this one also. It's going to be a good one. I don't think it's going to be a high-scoring one. I think both of these teams, they do but don't score a lot of goals. Yes, NYCFC in their last 3 matches have averaged 2 goals in those matches. Colorado, though, go back and forth. They also averaged 2 there in the last 3 matches. I think it's going to be a low-scoring one, and I think that NYCFC get the job done there, yes, at Yankee Stadium. Oh, no, they're playing at Citi Field. Still a baseball stadium, so I think that they win this match 1-0 over Colorado Rapids. Last but not least, we have Seattle Sounders versus LA Galaxy. This one is always a very good match, in my opinion. Seattle, 2 wins, a draw, and 2 losses in their last 5 matches. LA Galaxy, 3 wins, 2 losses in their last 5 matches. We are going to be without some people. Rodon out for Seattle. Puig out for the Galaxy. I think that really hurts the Galaxy in this one, but I think that they get a point on the road there at Lumen Field. I just can't jump on board with Seattle yet, even though in that midweek game against Philadelphia, they came out, put up 3, won that match 3-2. I think that this match ends in a draw, and I think it ends in a 2-2 draw there at Lumen Field. So that is it for the video. Please tell me in the comments below what your predictions are for this week, and we will see you for the Charlotte versus Portland live stream on Saturday.